Right now I want to talk to you about some of the dealer moves that they may try to make while negotiating with you, okay? And first we'll start by saying the old conventional way of buying a car is set up to lead someone to making emotional, uninformed decisions. When that happens, you're going to overpay and you're going to walk away wondering what just happened, feeling like you just got taken advantage of. Now, I don't want this to happen to you, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the moves dealers will make where they can try and maximize their profits. Here's an example. Dealerships want to negotiate with you face-to-face. It's when they're in their best position to sell you a car and maximize their profit. Another move dealers make is they try to extend your term to lower the payments instead of lowering their price of the car to accommodate you. All right, so a typical move that a dealership is going to make is to ask for the sale after the test drive. You can't blame them, and any professional salesperson is going to do that. So I'm going to teach you in this video series how to let them know when you're setting up your test drive appointment not to ask for the sale. Now, that doesn't mean that after you test drive the car, the manager may come over who you never spoke with and try and sell you a car on the spot too. So we're just going to politely let them know that we're not doing any negotiations right now, and we'll get back to them when we're ready. Now, an aggressive salesperson, when you told them, do not try and negotiate with me right now, they're going to say, look, is there anything I can do to earn your business? And then it gets to the next dealer move, which is called what-ifing. Got to be really careful with that. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. It's one of the most effective techniques that dealers use. So for example, you finish the test drive, they're saying, well, I'd like to sell you a car. Is there anything I can do today? And you say, no, I got to get going. I'm not doing any negotiations like we set up. I'll call you when I'm ready. But what if, I told you the payment was $400 a month. What if I can get you the car for $300 a month right now? Would you stay? Now, big red flag. There's no way in the world that someone's going to get you from $400 to $300 a month, okay? So what that does is they're psychologically trying to get you to commit to a number, even though it's not realistic. Because once you commit, now you're in the mind frame, oh, maybe I'm going to get the car today and this or that. It's a very effective move dealers use. We're never going to fall for it. Again, when you're at the dealership, just a strict rule, we're never negotiating there on the spot. So a dealer move that you can expect is for them to ask you for your credit information so they can run your credit before they present you numbers. We never want to do that, and I'm letting you know it's completely unnecessary. The best way to overcome that is to let the dealership know you can base the numbers you're providing me on excellent credit. For whatever reason, if my credit does not qualify, I won't hold you to those numbers. Now, let's say the dealer's really pushing you hard and telling you, I cannot give you numbers, it's dealer policy to not give numbers without running credit. Just let the dealership know, you know what, I've talked to 2 other dealerships and they were very happy to give me numbers over the phone without running credit. So hopefully you'll be able to give me what I need. If not, I can just work with another dealership. All right, so if you have a trade-in, another dealer move is they're not going to give you an official number till they see your car, okay? When we approach the trade-in, we can tell the dealership the information on our car. They're going to want to know the vehicle identification number, the miles that are on your car, and the condition. You can ask them to give you a roundabout number, but the dealership will never give you its real number until they physically see your car, okay? So just don't be surprised about that. We're going to do all that when we set up the test drive. If we have a trade-in, we'll let the salesman know we have a car we'd like you to look at. I'd like you to have your used car manager appraise it while I'm test driving the new car. That's a little time savings tip, but we'll get into that later. Another dealer move, and this is really popular, is a dealership doing what's called a dealer trade. Now, this is what I mean by that. You may go to the dealership and ask for a specific car. They may not have it on their lot, but they still want to sell you a car. So what they do is they actually find the car you want, buy it from another dealership so they can turn around and sell it to you. That's called a dealer trade, when they're trading one of their cars for another car on the lot. Now, dealer trades, it's 50-50. One, it could be really beneficial to you, and I'm going to get into those details later. But there also could be some issues with a dealer trade that could hurt you. There's some problems that will arise with that, and I want you to at least be aware of it, okay? You may spend time negotiating with the dealership on a car that they're going to try and get you, okay? The problem is the dealership may have the best intention to get you the car. They still might not be able to get it, and here are the reasons. The dealer will call the dealer who owns the car you want and say, I'm looking for this car, do you have it, and can I have it? One of a few things can happen. The dealership who owns the car can say, it's sold. Number two, they might be working a deal with their own customer on that car and say it's not available to you. Or sometimes on the system that the dealers use to find cars, it shows it's a brand new car, but the car actually might be a demonstration model that one of the managers is driving. It may have 1, 2, 3,000 miles on it. So it may exclude you from even wanting that car. So here, now you spend time working with the dealership. They've made their best intention to try and get you the car. And now they come back to you and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I can't get it. And here are the reasons. Let's talk about another thing about dealer trades. The dealership may have the best intention to get you the car. They want your sale. So they say, you know what? I'm looking for the car you want, but it doesn't exist. Now here you got to be careful, because the salesman may tell you it doesn't exist because it really doesn't exist. That could just be a truthful statement. The other thing though is the car might be out there, but they do not have a trading relationship with the dealer who owns it. So in essence, to sell you a car, they're going to tell you it's not out there so they can try and get you to buy a car on your lot. So it's very important that if there's a specific car you want, you really need to take your time and shop with other dealerships to find out if the car really does exist. I have a section where we're going to talk about that in more detail. Now, there's some advantages to doing a dealer trade, and let's talk about that. One is you may really like the salesman you're working with. You may really like the dealership and you want to do business with them. So I'm totally cool with you doing a dealer trade with the dealership, but we want to make sure we're at least getting the car at the right price. So you're shopping with multiple dealerships. That's what we're going to do with our system. So when you're working with that local dealer, you like the salesman, make sure that you're getting the right price in writing before you commit to them trading and getting you the car. Now there's another example of why you want to do a dealer trade. Let's say you have a trade-in. You like the salesman at the local dealership, you have a car you're trading in. Let's say the car you actually want is 100 miles away. I don't really feel comfortable with you driving 100 miles to have that dealership appraise your trade-in. It could be a complete waste of time and frustrating. So our process is going to be simple. We're going to go to the local dealer, test drive cars, have them appraise our car. We're going to go through our trade process to make sure they're giving us the right trade-in value. And if we have the right trade-in value, let them trade and get us the car. You've saved yourself a lot of time. You're working with the dealership you like, and it just becomes a much easier, smooth transaction for you. As you're shopping for cars, you're going to find some manufacturer and dealer demos. You need to know what these are, and I'll share them with you. So let's talk about a dealer demo first. It's not uncommon. Pretty much every dealership does it. They'll get a brand new car on their lot, and someone in management ends up driving the car. They know that they're going to sell it eventually. So these cars are usually pretty well taken care of. They're driven for a few thousand miles, and then the dealership puts it up for sale. So it could be a potential good opportunity for you to get a better deal on a car. But there can be smoke and mirrors. So I'm going to teach you how to shop a demo. And this is what I mean by that. A dealership may say, oh, I'm going to get you a great deal on a demo, and they present you a price. But after you do the research through my process, you may find that you can get the exact same brand new car for $200 more, or maybe even the same price. So we're not going to let you fall for that demo like, oh, this is a great opportunity, until we actually know the facts if it's a great opportunity. As soon as management in the dealership starts driving the car is when the warranty period starts on the car. So if the dealership's been driving that car for 6 months, you're going to lose that 6 months of warranty when you buy that dealer demo, okay? If you're leasing a car and you drive very few miles per year, that may not be an issue for you. And we're going to talk more about how to figure that out later in detail, but I at least want you to know that. So when you're shopping for a dealer demo and you're presented one and it's something you're considering, be specific and ask the dealership what the in-service date is of the car. They won't know that off the top of their head, but they're going to look it up. They'll let you know. You may find out it was a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. So just you'll know that information to help you make a good decision for yourself. Here's more information about a dealer demo. The dealer demo is a car that the dealership bought brand new, and they ended up driving it. So they actually paid the same amount for this dealer demo as a brand new car. So in order to get a good deal, it's really just a matter of how low or how much money the dealership wants to lose on that car to offset the fact that it was driven and the miles on the car. Okay, so that's why it's really important to compare a dealer demo to what you can get the same car for brand new. Now I want to talk to you about what a manufacturer demo is. These are cars that corporate headquarters use and eventually sell at auction to the dealerships. What's cool about these opportunities is the dealerships get to buy these at a fraction of the cost from what they buy a new car for. And if negotiated properly, can turn out to be a really good opportunity for you. Now, it's not often that you find these cars, and there's not a lot of them out there, but as you're calling dealerships, if they offer you a demo, you can ask them, is this a dealer demo? Is this your car? Or was this a car you bought at auction from the manufacturer? Once you have that clear, you'll at least know what type of demo you're working with. All right, so another dealer move, and you're probably going to come across this a lot, is when you go to the dealership, you're going to see an addendum by the window sticker, and the dealer is going to add features to the car before you even buy it. They may add tinted windows, they may add wheel locks, they may have already installed an alarm on the car, and then they put a price on these things, and it's obviously an opportunity for the dealership to make more money. But I want you to know that you don't have to buy these products if you don't want to. You can politely tell the dealership, I'm interested in buying your car, I'll agree to the price that we negotiated, but I don't want any of these products. Please take them off the car. Okay? Now, if the dealership is insistent on saying the car comes with it, you have to pay for these products, then you have choices. You can either buy them and negotiate the price through our negotiating back-end techniques, or let's just find another dealership who has the car that hasn't put these products on, and you got it covered.